Hey everybody, what's up? Jester here. Welcome back to the Immersive Revolution Rebirth, Episode 2. We're going to get right at it. Oh, look at the night sky. Gotta love that. But we're going to sleep it away. Bye. So towards the end of the last episode, the question was asked about do we stay on the island and suffer? Okay, that was weird. That's fine. It's fine. Do we stay on the island and suffer, or do we RTP? Now, I had a couple of responses, and while one of them was like, "I want you to suffer," everybody referenced RTP. So we're gonna get that RTP thing going. However, I don't have a backpack because I don't have string, or do I? Because we had that cave that had string. We don't have, we have string, we don't have leather. Do we have a way to actually make with the leather? Budding crystals, amethyst, cow. No. We don't have any of that. We are nowhere close to that. Also, if that looks like a little, I'm sorry, what the hell was that? Oh yeah, you're in for it. Yeah. So all of your resources. So if you think something along the lines of any sky blocks or any packs that require just large quantities, like stupid large quantities of resources. Yeah, Twilight did something insane. Everything is done through budding. Budding fluix, energized steel, electrum, zinc, budding awakened draconium. Yeah. So that's something that is something you have to look forward to. We have strength, we don't gotta wait for that. We need leather, and I don't know. We have the one cow. We have the sole singular cow. Yes, we're going to let him live. Because there is no way. Wait a minute, let me double check. Do we have backpacks? We have backpacks. There's no way that he's going to provide us with 4 leather, knowing we don't have the sword for it. Put you away. We're going to need you. We have food. Put the rest of that nonsense away. And we are going to RTP and see where this lands us. Now, will there come a point where we're going to have a distance form of travel? Yeah, I think so. All right, so the end of last episode, I gave people a choice. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, in that choice, it was to RTP or not to RTP. And so 3 people commented, and again, I don't have a big following yet. So, of the 3 people, they all were for RTP. As you can see, a little different from the end of last episode because I spent the last about 90 minutes exploring. And in that exploration, you can see I've got these 2 backpacks. Yeah. This is one. I needed andesite. So that was one of the things I was looking for. The other one, obviously, was leather to make the backpack. I found andesite. I found an encased fan, hand crank, a toolbox. Obviously, you can see there's a bunch of other stuff. The andesite is the big thing. And we look in here. We got cogwheels. We have millstones. There's another hand crank. Netherite upgrade for a smithing template. And then you just need diamonds and netherite, and you've got them duplicate over and over and over again. We have a basin, andesite casings, and then all the rest. So yeah, that is the game changer, and a couple buckets of lava. That is a huge game changer as we get in here, look at the backpack. Hey, we got this feeding upgrade. Fantastic. do I have more leather? Let's find out. I might not. I had enough. I made the 2 backpacks. But I don't know if I have. I have 3 more. Is there any other way? I don't have a saddle. I have horse armor, but I don't have a saddle. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to dump one of these out to get started with using that backpack. Tool belt requires leather, so we're gonna need to get some leather. We need to get into this. First, let's get started with create. Our first foray into technology begins with kinetic energy, a powerful force that drives the early machines of your adventure. Thanks to the create mod, we can harness the energy and bring our creations to life. So we need andesite. Now, there are a ton of ways to get andesite. And I have a little bit of diorite, right? You know what? Give me 1 second. Than expected, but tools, we got create stuff, we got some food bits, the gems. I will call this a library because it's pretty much books and stuff. Bucket of tadpole. Now I know at some point Twilight wants to upgrade to create 6. There's something that has to do with frogs. I found that just in case. This is all random. I forgot to deal with. U3 is going to go up. Nope. We're going to just sit right there. Stuff that drops. We've got blocks. Ton of blocks. So yeah, we're good to go. We need andesite. We need andesite alloy. So we're going to go ahead and get that started. So while I have a ton of this, it does need to be cooked up. I get that. We're going to take first an easy route. We're going to grab some diorite. That's cobblestone. Because I'm familiar with the mod, right? Right there. We have our first bit of andesite. Another stack. Block of andesite alloy. Fantastic. Break that down. We don't need it. So, andesite alloy is made with either zinc. Oh, wait. Is it just zinc? Hold on. It is. Okay, so that's his doing. Okay. So you make sure you got some of this stuff, right? Move you back down here, out of the way. You're gonna need raw zinc. We got some zinc. It's gonna be taken care of. Fantastic. That's gonna give you the andesite alloy. And that'll help you get started with a lot of this stuff. So as you see here, we need andesite casing and the shaft. Andesite casing is made one of 2 ways. One way we can't do. Here, hold on. Ha! Because we already got some. Here. Home is where the bed is. Sleep in one place 3 times. Oh, okay. You learned how to draw a house with chalk. I have no idea what that's about. Anyhow, we're talking about andesite casings. So by using a deployer, a depot, and a belt, you take some stripped wood. You can use a deployer with andesite casing or with andesite alloy, and it'll become andesite casing. In the early game, obviously, you don't have any of that nonsense, right? So go ahead, grab yourself a log. You're going to need an axe. Strip it and just place it right on top, and you are good to go. Where is my... There you are. That's legit it. So, and we also need shafts. Another thing. 2 pieces, it becomes that. However, let's see if this recipe still exists. And a saw. So if you're going to automate these and just have them on tap, 1 andesite alloy on a saw. Make sure you set the filter. We get there. I can show you how. Will give you 6. So 2 will give you 8 if you hand jam it. With the saw, 2 will give you 12. It's actually better. I think that's relatively new, but don't correct me on that. Let's go ahead and put our backpack up. And we're going to grab feeding upgrade, go in here, go down, and we're going to grab bread. Actually, let's grab one of you. Because, you see, haven't eaten it yet. We got all that nonsense. We haven't eaten an apple yet? You don't count? Okay. So what should happen? There it goes. It just ate the first couple bits. And if this is working the way I think it will, it'll go through and it'll help fill up the hearts. So that's something you can do, especially early on. Just make a whole bunch of different randomness. Like we got pork chops, we got beef. Didn't grab any mutton, surprisingly. See, cooked cod. You can eat the raw stuff. Take it as you will. All right. Anyhow, we're gonna grab you. I'm gonna grab you. Grab some of this stuff. Like we already have them. I was given the go ahead. So, yep. Hand crank cogwheel get you the little bit extra cogwheels. This fence, ooh, even gives you a bucket of lava straight out. Fantastic. The large cogwheel. What you're going to see as I go through this is a lot of the recipes that I already know. We'll find out whether or not they've been changed. 1, 2, 3. Nope, hasn't been changed. Like I think a lot of the very early stuff has not been changed. It's more the later game things that get absolutely insane. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Because we have plenty of them. Nope. I want you the other way. We're going to need trapdoor, bucket of lava, and our hand crank. This is what's awesome about this. Actually, hand crank it. It'll turn one way. You can see the particles pulling at the fan. Shift hand crank it. It goes the opposite direction. So depending on how you set something like this up, and I'll show you why this works so well. But depending on how you choose to set that up, it's going to take a minute. Look for those particles. You see the smoke effect. You wait for it to change. 30 seconds, maybe. All of that was cooked. Absolutely all of it. Completely cooked. So yeah, early games, get that set up. There's four different things you can cook, wash, smoke, and haunt. It's going to be a minute before we get the haunting. Just saying. All right. Big cogwheel. Fantastic. Now, all of this stuff is just stuff you can get set up with before you have to set up all of your contraptions. And that's what we're going to kind of race through here for a minute. 6 of you. Let's fix that. All right, let's get gearbox. Where did the rest of those go? I put them all down? Maybe I did. Gearbox, you take iron nuggets. You can do this in your 2x2, right? Inside casing, 3 iron nuggets. You got your encased chain drives. And then you need the vertical gearbox. Now, the vertical gearbox is literally throw your gearbox in, it changes it there right on the fly. Perfect. Easy peasy. Depot and the machine press. Gonna need a block of iron. You need a block of iron, andesite casing, shaft. There you go. Here's your mechanical press, excuse me. There's your depot. Place the depot down. Shift click that on top, puts it right where it needs to be. There you go. Put the crank on it. Grow 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll grab 5. This is easily one of my favorite achievements. Bonk. It makes me giggle every time, and I know I'm silly about it. I'm okay with it. And that is how you're going to get your first early iron plates, because we need the mixer. What is that? Oh, it actually has you do that first, Dan. All right, so we'll grab 4 of you. Couple glass. I think string. Cog. And we're gonna need a stick. So, gearing up, we need a wrench. We need engineer's goggles. First thing is first, let's get us a wrench. There we go. And then the engineer's goggles, if memory serves. Rock and roll. Open up Curio. Boom. Goes right on in. Got some snazzy little glasses. See, got some snazzy glasses. When you take the helmet off, they sit on top. I wonder. Or if you like that snazzy look, go into your cosmetic armor down here, right? Click on that little box. Basically, this is the slot that you'll end up using. That's all that. Ooh. All right, cool. Cool deal. It's about to be dark time again. Let's see how much more we can get of this. Hey, another chain drive. Block of gold. All right, water wheels. Definitely gotta get, probably do that at the beginning of the next episode. We'll get some contraption-y things going. All right, water wheel is just a shaft in the middle, and then you take that water wheel, put that in the middle, it gives you the large water wheel. We'll need you. There we go. Another water wheel, another large water wheel. And that gives us two of each. Now, there is some speculation. I don't know the science behind it, that if you take the small water wheel and pair it with the large water wheels, it helps them spin faster. But again, I don't know the science behind it. Anyhow, all right. 5 plates. 2 andesite alloy gives you a whisk. You take that. You want to pair that with an andesite casing and a shaft. And I'm wrong. Oh, it's a cog, not a shaft. And that is your mixer. We already have a basin. and 5 blocks of brass. We're not going to talk about that just yet. Now, getting the mixer early. Also, what I would recommend, I actually think you just need one. Getting the mixer early, you go into like andesite alloy, right? The andesite alloy being two zinc nuggets, 2 andesite gives you 1. You throw that in the mixer. There's no heating required, and it doubles the output. So instead of needing 2 andesite, 2 zinc, you're going to get the one. One of each will get you the andesite alloy, and it's legit where it's at. Definitely recommend going that route. All right, why is creosote here? Oh, okay. You could take stripped wood, a little bit of water. So 4 stripped wood, 4 buckets of water is going to give you a bucket of creosote oil. Huh? That's interesting. Steel nugget. No heating required. Iron, coal, and a little bit of lava. Getting us into iron straight away. We'll need to make some belts. But the last one, we're going to need a couple more bits of iron. For that rolling machine, andesite casing, 4 andesite alloy, 2 shaft, and some iron plates. Gives you the rolling machine. The rolling mill, excuse me. Sand will give you a piece of sandpaper, gold rod, osmium. Let's see here. Something tells me we're going to need the wires. Copper rod, steel wire. That actually has to be a plate. Copper wire from Immersive to get you into their electrical side. Diamond rod. The straw. So, I wonder if this means we can take lava and use lava to heat up our boilers. Hemp rope coil. All right, we got some setting up to do. We're gonna need a place to put all this crap. I'm gonna figure out how to build a house. Something I am not very good at, but we're gonna leave that for future Jester problems. Anyhow, I have all of the footage of my little exploratory shenanigans. I don't quite know what I'm gonna use it for, if anything. Maybe a supplementary episode. I don't know. You guys are gonna have to let me know, or just deal with it, and I won't put it out. I mean, I can have memberships here. I don't think that would be a good membership video. Like, take all 90 minutes of it, condense it down, put some chill lo-fi vibes, just kind of sped up a little bit. 30-minute episode with no real social. Just watch me run along. Nah, nobody's gonna want that. Anyhow, thanks for hanging out. Take care, and I'll see you next time.